compassion is what makes the world a better place. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I feel the love, and I send it back to you.
Beloved TV personality Twitch has died only aged 40. Stephen Boss, most famously known as Twitch on the Ellen DeGeneres show, was sadly found dead in a hotel in Los Angeles on Tuesday.
His relationship with Ellen DeGeneres. We all know Ellen has a reputation of her own of being problematic. I don't know if she's as bad as Diddy, but maybe she is.
People who used to be the part of Diddy's inner circle are coming out to help the feds to take down his empire. The word has it that Ellen DeGeneres, who invited Diddy to her shows many times, is right next in line to spill Diddy's deets. Sources have alleged that Ellen's appearance in Diddy's infamous tapes has her pretty nervous, and now she's trying to save her own skin, even if it means abandoning years of friendship with the music mogul. Let's jump right into this tea because it is too hot to be missed. 1. Diddy relationship with Ellen. Okay, so we all know that Diddy has been a guest on Ellen's show more times than we can count. Although there is nothing wrong with having good relationships between celebs, but there's also the fact that Ellen is pretty picky about inviting celebs to her show. One time she even admitted that she didn't like to invite people she didn't like on her show, so it's safe to say that Ellen was on pretty friendly terms with Diddy. And for the woman who has been called the rudest celebrity of all time, that's saying something. Anyway, now that Diddy is under public scrutiny, netizens have been combing through Diddy's other public appearances to find something suspicious. It turns out that Diddy had been giving indications about his private life more than once, but it was all covered up by his superstar persona. Just like that, a clip of Ellen with Diddy has been going viral, where Ellen urges Diddy to invite her to his birthday bash.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Listen, although Diddy claimed that Ellen did not attend any of his parties, her next few words contradicted his stance. Now, during this interview, Ellen asked a general question regarding the starting time of these parties, and Diddy explained that although the official party started early, his other party started well after midnight. If you think about it, Cat Williams talked about Diddy having 2 different parties simultaneously. Back in 2004, during one of his stand-ups, Cat had spilled the tea on the secret party that happened in the back doors. Apart from that, it is quite evident that Diddy is in a serious trouble right now, but all of his so-called friends have been pretty quiet, trying to distance themselves from the drama as much as possible. But one person did not understand why people were avoiding Diddy and decided to post a message to call out all of Diddy's friends to raise a voice to help Diddy. According to Boozy, he didn't understand how all those people used to party with Diddy are a no-show when he has been going through a difficult time. I don't hear none of them guys that was at Diddy's ish toasting with that champagne every year, having speeches with them. Nobody speak up for this man or nothing. All them idiots, all with those suits on with their cups up, ain't nobody said nothing. That's why you ain't gonna see too many guys around me. Who was around me before I went to jail? You don't see too many guys around me. Well, 50 Cent decided to give Boozy the obvious answer he was searching so desperately for. He tweeted, "Boozy said where the F is his friends. They not saying nothing because they didn't know he was recording everything. LOL, wait till I get the tapes." Anyway, Ellen seemingly knew about Diddy's real parties because she admitted that she knew about the parties that started at the wee hours. However, when she allegedly admitted the hard truth, she tried to play it off by claiming that she had heard the lyrics of Diddy's songs. Recently, Ellen was asked about her reaction to the accusations leveled against Diddy, and believe it or not, she looked like a deer caught in headlights. Fans believe that it's possible that Ellen thought she could escape the scrutiny among all those people name-dropped in this scandal.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times. Have a good night. Have you been to his parties?
We have all heard that Ellen is nothing like the sweet person she portrays on the television, right? Well, one of her comedic rivals, Kathy Griffin, called Ellen out for snubbing her fellow comic for her own amusement. During an appearance on Good Day New York, she explained why they were not on good terms. She said, "I am apparently not her cup of tea, but I think she is great. I am not a comedy snob, I'm vulgar, but I think it's great there's clean comedians and prop comedians and topical comedians and observational comedians. I'm just happy whenever a female, especially a female over 50, is still in the game." Griffin's drama with DeGeneres allegedly stemmed from the seriously don't I'm kidding author rejecting the opportunity to participate in a tribute to late comedian Joan Rivers. The former Bravo star spilled the beans during a comedy show she performed at Los Angeles' Dolby Theater. One of the things that really hurt Joan, and we talked about it at our last meal together, was that Ellen always shunned her, and Ellen thought she was vulgar and not funny. I just called her, and I just said, look, woman to woman, comic to comic, I think you need to let go of your hatred for Joan Rivers. She's passed away, just do a effing tribute. Be cool. Griffin alleged that DeGeneres responded by saying that there's a difference between being mean and funny. Maybe Diddy and Ellen aren't as different as you hoped they were, cause even after all these years, Diddy hasn't truly acknowledged Tupac's talent publicly. 2. Diddy, Ellen, and Twitch. Well, sources have revealed that Ellen allegedly knew about Diddy's secret parties, as she used to attend them with none other than late Twitch. Since Twitch had been working with Ellen for a very long time, it is not quite suspicious of Ellen to attend parties as her plus one. But fans can't seem to wrap their head around the rumors that Ellen tried to make her wife skip out on Diddy parties. Some conspiracy theorists believe that since Ellen was offering Twitch to Diddy, she didn't want her wife to witness her alleged cruel behavior. And guess what, Twitch also had the same fate as many of Diddy's alleged victims. Now the thing is, Twitch couldn't just up and leave the industry, as that would effectively be the end of his career. Sources revealed that since Twitch was pressured into those activities, he sunk deep into depression as he had betrayed his wife after succumbing to the pressure. You see, Boss's manner of death was ruled a self-harm by the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner and was caused by a firearm shot to the head. Twitch was found dead at the Oak Tree Inn in California, where he checked in, but after he did not check out and management went to check on him, his remains were found. The word has it that Twitch's wife ran to the police station after seeing his car in the driveway, and he was nowhere to be seen. But soon the authorities were called to the scene at the hotel near her house, and investigators later determined that there were no signs of foul play. In a statement to People magazine, Boss's wife Allison Holker Boss confirmed his death, saying, "It is with the heaviest of hearts that I have to share my husband Stephen has left us." A manager at the Oak Tree Inn told authorities that everything was normal and nothing was weird at the property before Boss's body was discovered. Fans believe that some kind of foul play was committed, as just hours before he died by self-harm, Stephen Boss posted a video of himself on social media, smiling and dancing a happy dance with his wife, Allison Holker, captioning it, "Don't give up, keep going." Fans are skeptical that why would Twitch give up on his life when he posted such a video some hours prior. Not to mention, it was later disclosed that there was indeed a note that Twitch left, but to this day, no one understands the contents. Ellen also reacted to Twitch's death. "Right now, what I want to do is remember all the love and laughter I had with Twitch. He brought so much joy to my life. I know he brought joy to yours too." However, Twitch's grandfather revealed that Boss had texted him on a weekend to remind him about his love for him. Eddie Boss said, "Every word has meaning. His last words to me were a simple text that says, 'I love you, Dad. Fans suspect that Twitch might have known something he wasn't supposed to know about Ellen's alleged private life. Now listen, this isn't the only allegation that has been associated to Ellen. Fans seem to believe that Ellen had some kind of hand in the death of her ex-girlfriend, Anne. You all remember that infamous employee scandal Ellen was involved in, right? It was first reported by BuzzFeed News based on interviews with numerous employees who alleged racism, misconduct, and intimidation at the hands of executive producers at the Ellen DeGeneres show. The report painted a portrait of a workplace at odds with Ellen's "Be Kind" mantra, as several employees feared taking medical leave for risk of penalization and faced retribution for raising complaints, among other allegations. When the news started gaining momentum, the show's executive producers, Ed Glavin, Mary Connolly, and Andy Lassner, issued a statement regarding the allegations, claiming that they took very serious steps to address the situation. The statement stated, "Over the course of nearly 2 decades, 3,000 episodes, and employing over 1,000 staff members, we have strived to create an open, safe, and inclusive work environment. We are truly heartbroken and sorry to learn that even one person in our production family has had a negative experience. It's not who we are and not who we strive to be and not the mission Ellen has set for us." When Ellen truly felt the heat of the allegations, she decided to issue a statement claiming that she was not aware of the toxic work culture of her show. She said, "Obviously, something changed, and I am disappointed to learn that this has not been the case. I could not have the success I've had without all of your contributions. My name is on the show, and everything we do, and I take responsibility for that. Alongside Warner Brother, we immediately began an internal investigation, and we are taking steps together to correct the issues. As we've grown exponentially, I've not been able to stay on top of everything and relied on others to do their jobs as they knew I'd want them done. Clearly, some didn't. That will now change, and I'm committed to ensuring this does not happen again." Anyway, since the couple had broken up at that time, Anne tried to back Ellen up during the circumstances. She reacted to the scandal by pressuring the victims to allegedly suck it up as, according to her, Ellen wasn't responsible for their fragile mental state. While it could have been a patch-up opportunity for them, her remarks ruffled Ellen's feathers. The word has it that Ellen could have held a grudge against Anne, as after some time when Anne passed, her response to the tragedy was very cold.
Have you spoken to Anne Hesh at all since her accident?
If not,
Do you want to...
we're not in touch with each other, so I wouldn't know.
Fans are speculating that since Ellen had dated Anne for about 3 years, she should have compassion for her former partner as a decent human being, unless she had a hand in Anne's passing. Although no evidence has even been found to back up such claims, but who knows? 3. Ellen. After the show. Okay, so Ellen has largely been known for her talk show, and nowadays, not many people know what the comedic personality has been up to these days. Well, a few days ago, Ellen returned to the comedy stage for the first set of her Ellen's Last Stand Up tour, and she took significant time to address controversy around her talk show that began with an internal investigation of poor working conditions on the show. DeGeneres sarcastically quipped on stage of the Largo at the Coronet Theater in West Hollywood, "Oh yeah, I got kicked out of show business. There's no mean people in show business. I became this one-dimensional character who gave stuff away and danced up steps. Do you know how hard it is to dance up steps? Would a mean person dance up steps? Had I ended my show by saying, 'Go F yourself,' people would have been pleasantly surprised." Understandably, Ellen revealed that 2022 was the 3rd time she had been kicked out of the show business industry. She claimed that it was all because of her gay orientation. Another thing she admitted was that the incident took a huge toll on her self-confidence, and that was why she had kept a low profile this past year. She explained that there are extremes in this business. People either love some and idolize them, or they hate them, and according to her, the latter are louder. In one of her rarest emotional moments, she revealed that she was very hurt by people's harsh perception. She said, "I couldn't gain perspective. I couldn't do anything to make myself understand that it wasn't personal. I just thought, well, this is not the way I wanted to end my career, but this is the way it's ending. I just hated the way the show ended. I loved that show so much, and I just hated that the last time people would see me is that way." However, Ellen seems to have come out of her impromptu hiatus, as this year she has surprised fans with a last comedy tour. While the specifics of Ellen DeGeneres' stand-up routine remain a well-guarded secret, the comedian playfully teased fans with a cryptic message, "You'll see it soon enough." Anyway, although she has made an attempt for a comeback, she has still sealed her lips shut when it comes to Diddy's legal trouble. In the past few weeks, another SA lawsuit has made an appearance. However, Diddy is named as a co-defendant in this case. You see, Christian Combs is accused of A. Battery, SA, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Sean Combs is also named in the lawsuit, since he chartered the luxury yacht where the attack was said to have occurred. The complaint described an altercation between Christian and 25-year-old Grace O'Marquet, who was the only on-duty steward on the yacht that day. She claimed that she was forced to perform oral copulation on Christian after she felt pressured and was forcibly fed a pair of tequila shots. Christian allegedly prevented her from leaving, and she revealed that she suspected that the tequila was spiked. O'Marquet further claimed that while Christian grabbed and kissed her, Rodney Jones, the music producer who filed a separate ST lawsuit against Sean Combs in February, was recording the standoff. The lawsuit also included color photos showing the bruises she acquired from Christian during the altercation. Fans believe that this lawsuit can ultimately eliminate Diddy's chances of survival, as the plaintiff claimed that she had audio evidence of this interaction. Another breakthrough in this case was that the plaintiff alleged that while working on the yacht for Combs' substance mule Brendan Paul once told her that he had been forced to watch Combs have intimacy with multiple women. You all know that Paul is the only person who was arrested during the raids of the Combs family's homes.
We're getting our first look at the arrest of a former SU basketball walk-on player, Brendan Paul, who's part, police say, of a sex trafficking investigation.
Following all 5 SA allegations made against him, including a lawsuit from Cassie and others, his ex-girlfriend, and a former signee of his label, Diddy's business empire has continuously faced dire consequences. Although Combs has maintained his innocence in all cases, multiple brands and businesses have decided to distance themselves from him or fully cut ties. And ironically, his Revolt channel was the first one to do so. Back in November, Combs had to step down from his chairman position temporarily. Although it was a precautionary measure, the network still released a tough statement asserting that he was not a part of day-to-day operation of the channel. The statement read, "Sean Combs has stepped down from his position as chairman of Revolt. While Mr. Combs has previously had no operational or day-to-day role in the business, this decision helps to ensure that Revolt remains steadfastly focused on our mission to create meaningful content for the culture and amplify the voices of all Black people throughout this country and the African diaspora." Among all this drama, people have been increasingly getting suspicious of Twitch's death. They believe that Ellen might have kept a low profile as a strategy to let people forget about Twitch. One of them commented, "Twitch did not eliminate himself. The eyes are the window to the soul. The eyes are saying that he is concerned for the safety of his family. He was being blackmailed or threatened. He was afraid for his family more than himself, but not self." Another added, "There's no such thing as reading into anything too deep when it comes to many young and vibrant people mysteriously dying. Harsh and swift justice for all victims, especially the deceased." And that's it for today. See you at the next one. Goodbye.